you working from home? Protect your sensitive data with an extra layer of security. Iffy. On time as usual.
Oh yeah, always.
I wouldn't say as usual, but I was on time. That is not a word I would use for my punctuality. But
You're
yeah,
never super late, but like if you are a little behind, like by 5 minutes or something, those 5 minutes will be mostly Fiona asserting that Iffy will not be there.
Well, it's because
She really drives it home.
when we film with Iffy, it's usually Gmod. Like that's what we filmed the most with him.
Yeah.
And it's always like 11 o'clock in the morning, which is 9 for him. But it's because of his schedule. Like that's when he's free. He's a very busy man.
Oh yeah.
So that's when it ends up constantly happening. And every time Fiona goes, he's not coming. He's not getting up. He's not coming.
Yeah, I'm an early riser.
And I go, he's been here every time. Every time you say that.
Okay, here's the thing.
Actually, and she goes, no, but this time he's not coming.
No, I'm going to tell you why Fiona be thinking I'm late. And I want to settle actually a debate with us all here. No. So when we were out there shooting Dead Little Roosters, she was
DLR,
like, okay.
They call it.
Yeah, yeah. DLR. Diller. You know. We had the shoot and it was like pretty early, and she was like, okay, well, we got to be there by this time, so we got to wake up early. So you know, we're getting up early. I was like, cool, fine, great. And I actually set an alarm. I was up early, but you know, she wasn't up. I wasn't seeing any activity. So I went back to sleep. And then she woke me up and was like, we got to leave. And I was like, okay. And I was getting ready and I go, and she was like, oh, you took so long to get ready. I was like, well, why'd you wake me up when we had to leave and not like, you know, when you got up? Like typically when I'm going places with people, when I wake up, I wake them up and be like, I'm getting ready to give them time.
That's your burden too, right? It doesn't matter if you're on time if they're not ready.
Exactly.
You both be ready.
So if I wake up, I wake you up with me, and then we get ready simultaneously. I don't go to your door expecting you to be ready. And so she was like, no, you got to be ready when I get to your door. And I was like, I've never ever had anyone operate like that.
That's, you know what that is? That's independence. That's what that is. She's like, I don't give a shit about you. You're lucky I'm coming to knock on the door. Okay.
Because that's what I would do. If I'm like, okay, we got to leave by 6 and I wake up 5:30, I'm knocking on everyone else's door. Like, yo, we got to be up out of here. And she was acting like I was speaking another language. And I was like, no, I'm on a comedy sketch group with six people, and every time we have to go somewhere, if we're at a festival, we all wake all 5 dudes up. We know who we have to visit twice because they don't know how to wake up. And then but I just, okay, so I'm not crazy. All right, Fiona,
that's also like for me, I'm like to the annoying level, right? Where I'm just like brushing my teeth. 20 minutes.
Yeah.
20 minutes. We're leaving 20 minutes, and I know we're not going to leave for 30 minutes.
Oh yeah.
But that's why I have to say 20.
Yeah.
Because it's just like I gotta light the fire.
Get it out
you know
there.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're downstairs, you're eating a banana. 10 minutes. I'm in the car in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You gotta, you know, you gotta let everybody know what's happening. It doesn't. Yeah. I mean, you know, you're the one here. Then it doesn't get better with kids.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
It's like every 3 minutes you remind them, like,
that's the
okay,
one
it's
thing.
coming.
Oh,
Ed's coming.
I
keep telling you because you're not gonna like it, no matter how much you warn them. They don't like it when it arrives.
Well, even like leaving, it's so interesting because, like, you know, my daughter Naomi's pretty independent, so she doesn't let me dress her anymore. Like, she has to pick out the outfit. She has to do it. So I'm always like, okay, go get dressed. And she's like, okay. And then she's all into whatever fucking Elmo's talking about. I'm like, all right, you gotta, you know, go. And she'll do a thing where she'll start to walk towards a room and then stop because Elmo said a number or some shit. And she's like, hold up. He's about to say something good. And I'm like, you gotta go. I was like, if you don't go to your room by the time I'm dressed, I'm gonna have to dress you. And you're not gonna like it. She's like, okay. And then still Elmo's talking that hot shit. So now she don't. So then I just pick her up and I start dressing her, and she's real mad because she doesn't like wearing pants. And I was like, well, you're gonna wear pants because that's the fit I have in my head for you. So it's a whole thing.
What I get now too is like there's that line, right, where it's like, don't dress me, or like I'll do it myself, and then you go, okay, do it yourself, and then they don't do it.
Yeah.
Then they just stand there staring at you. Like, all right, put your pants on. or I'm going to put your pants on. I'm going to do it myself. Okay, do it yourself. No, I want to do it myself. I'm caught in a loop here, right? Like, do it. Follow through. Do it. Put the pants on. I'm going to do it. And then you're just like, all right, this is happening now. And then that's when the meltdown comes. But what I get sometimes now in between that stage is like the start of like, hey, don't put them on. But I get, don't look at me. Look at me. And it's like, all right, now look away. And I go, put your pants on. Stop looking at me. I'm not looking. Stop looking at me. Stop talking at me.
Yeah.
Stop talking at me.
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
Yeah. Don't look at me. Don't talk at me.
I need my privacy. I was like, all right.
It's not a privacy thing. It's it's the same thing of like, don't help me. I want to do it myself.
Yeah.
But now you're looking at me and I don't like it. I don't like that you're making sure that I'm going to do it. You know? Cause like, you know, our older daughter, she's like basically potty trained now. And even like early on with that, like we taught her to go, you know, we'll ask her like, hey, do you want us to stay in the bathroom with you or not? And she'll go, privacy, please. Privacy. I'm like, okay. And then we shut the door. This is, don't look at me. Don't look at me. It has nothing to do with privacy.
You don't have to tell me what to do.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Your eyes are bossing me around.
Sometimes like I'll be sitting in my chair where I am right now, and you know the staircase is over there. I'll see her coming up the stairs. She'll just be walking up the stairs going, and then like I don't know. I'll go, what's going on? And she'll go,
you did something.
No. Sometimes I'll just go, I just joking. I'm just joking.
She plays angry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, she loves making like crazy angry faces.
Oh,
and she already does the eye thing that like Fiona hates, where like I split my eyeballs, you know, I can like separate them.
Oh, wow.
Iris can do that now. And so she'll just stand there and she'll do it and she'll go, two daddies. Two daddies. And like we had to learn what that meant. And Lindsay picked it up. She's like, she was like, oh, she's doing the eye thing. Like she sees two of you and she'll just go, two chairs. Two chairs. She's separating her eyeballs and just doubling her vision. And I go, crazy. Hey, you look,
so
hey, you
weird.
got that from me. You inherited that from me.
Yeah.
That's gonna take you places, kid. Iris was like 2.5. So she was past the point of ripping shit off the tree. And you know, Luna was not even a year yet. So she's just like, ugh, just existing. And it was like, yeah, we put the tree up, it's cool. But then now it's because like, you know, once the kids like walk and shit, they're just like, what's this? Like a tree is open season to just like rip shit off of it. And then so we were lulled into a false sense of security last year. Put it up early this year, knowing we weren't going anywhere. It was up, you know, like December 2nd or 3rd or something. We had the tree up, which was nice because usually we wait last second. And every day it's just putting back the ornaments that Luna takes off. And she's just like, oh, cool. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to take this off.
This is sitting here for some reason. I guess
weird.
And it's just, you know, we don't have any like really nice ones. Like I was in that. I feel like to me, certainly because of me, like I don't care. But my upbringing of like my mother, it was always like this ornament your great grandmother crafted, you know, when she was 7 years old. And this, you know, I'm just like, oh, look, a Fallout ball. And then I put it on the tree. You know what I mean? Like the Christmas tree growing up, every single ornament had some sort of crazy history, you know, where like, you got this when you were 4 years old, your grandmother bought this and I've saved it ever since. And it's made of wood. And if you touch it, it'll disintegrate. So we hang it on the tree. Don't touch it. Don't look at it, you know? And that was everything. Everything on the tree was like, I grew up in a house of look at these things. Don't touch them. Don't touch them. You know, my mother was like tchotchkes everywhere. Like she collected porcelain. So she had like lighthouses. And she would change with the seasons, you know, couldn't wait till winter because all the summer tchotchkes would go away. And then the white snow looking doilies would come out and there'd be 47 lighthouses and the lighthouses are covered in snow. And that was every windowsill. Like I'm pretty sure my parents bought the house that I grew up in because it had enough windowsills to facilitate putting 47 little small houses in. And it was just so much stuff that was like, look how nice it is. But if you touch it, you're going to get slapped. Like your hands are going to get slapped.
Oh, yeah.
And I could not be further from, like, I don't give a shit. I don't care about anything. I'm just like, don't touch my computer.
Right. Yeah.
Other than that, go nuts. You want to throw juice on the carpet? I can't stop you. You know?
Yeah, no, I'm the opposite. And I realize the odds that I put my daughter in because I have so many collectible toys and, like I have Bloodhound there over here just chilling.
That was not very far for you.
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah, no. It's if I just swing it this way, it's just a whole bunch of
nice.
Your little anime Gundam corner.
Yeah, so I know there's going to be a point where she's going to be like, you're the maniac by having all these things here and not letting me touch them, because the closest I had to that is my dad would like buy things out here and then like, sell them in Nigeria. And like at first it was like cool. Like he would buy like just pallets of Guess jeans and like he would send them back. And I remember he'd have these Guess jeans and he would always be like, yes, see, these are the Guess jeans, they're nice. And I was like, all right, cool, Dad. I'm not into fashion yet. I didn't care. But then what became my personal hell is he started doing it with Hot Wheels. So I would go in his closet and he'd have just towers of just Hot Wheel cars, all the different tracks, and I didn't own a single Hot Wheel car or track. Like I was like, yo, you're not gonna at least give me one? He's like, no. He's like, it's business. It's all business. And I just remember I would just go into his closet when he would be working or something, just be staring at it. And trying to like do the math in my head if he would figure out if I stole one.
Oh yeah, sure. He won't notice one Hot Wheel missing.
Yeah. If you have a child who's into board games, odds are your other kids are not. Like it is never across the board that you're like, oh, like I get mad at like the fucking like McIlroys, like, oh, you had a fun nerdy family, like, oh, that's cool, because no one gave a shit about me. My sister was pulling the phone because she wanted to talk to boys because she was popular, while I was trying to look at anime boobs on 56K like dial-up internet. It's like, no, you can't. You can't use the phone
for that line that shows you something. As it's, almost at the good line.
You're always at the good line.
Damn, dude.
just patiently waiting, like, oh, I'm gonna see some movies.
Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Tyler did it. Tyler Christmas-fied.
Hey.
Wow, look how Christmas. Why does it say piss at the bottom?
Well, it says PS5.
Oh, PS5.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, that's the thing, right? There should be a way or a means to keep people from buying. Like, for example, if on sneakers you buy a sneaker, you can't even click buy again. And I feel like especially these department stores, multiple times, they'll wait until it gets to this fever pitch of a point. And then they'll be like, okay, you can only buy one. And it was like, well, it doesn't matter now. You're sold out. Like, why are you saying you can only purchase one after you let a dude walk out with like 50? Like how hard was it not to be like, bro, you can only get one? How hard is it to know, like, and this isn't the first time. This is literally PlayStation 5. So there's been 5 iterations of consoles. We know this happens every time. We know that the manufacturer is never going to produce enough, even though they're going to sell, because they are always selling at a loss because they're hoping to make their money back, instead of just making sure that it's out there. But they like it too, because it's the same way, Supreme sells stuff. When people want it, it makes it seem exclusive. The department stores don't care, because when the scalpers buy it, they've made their money no matter what happens with the scalped products. Right. So it's just like you're completely at a loss, and it really takes ethics to really be like, okay, let me make sure everyone can get it. But everyone's like, nah, that's the game. That's the game. But that's not the game. Like, if you want to talk,
you can make the rules.
No, the game.
No, here's the funny game. But the thing is, like, if you're saying that's the game, then you can't be mad when I rob you. Because that's the game. If you want to play the game, then that's the whole game. The whole game is if you do this and I don't feel this, I pull up on you with that thing and you give it to me, or I put a hot one in you. Or is that the game you really want to play? Or are you just making excuses for being a piece of shit? Because that's the game.
Yeah, that's what
This one.
I'm sorry. Am I giving you my PS5 right now? What's happening?
No,
you're not playing the game.
It's so funny because, like, you know,
okay.
it's the resellers who are like, oh, that's the game. It's like, then don't report the police when some dude pulls up on you with the black Air Forces and a Glock and takes your whole stock, because that's the game. That's the game you're playing. If we're talking about exports and imports, that is the game, and you will lose it because you're a team.
It's like artwork. It's like artwork. It makes sense in the regular marketing scheme of it. But like with this whole, you know, culture and aspect of it, I really wish it wasn't the holidays, man. You know,
yeah.
Like there'd be so much. I mean, it would still be nuts. Yeah, but there'd be so much less of a fervor if
100%.
It was like March. You know, because it's just like it's just on top of like, wow, come on, people are gonna buy it anyway. Why do you got to release it in November? It's crazy. Damn you.
Truly, yeah, it makes no sense. But you know,
it's weird. This is easily the most I've ever struggled to get a console, and I didn't think it would be getting worse.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right.
You just kind of assume these things get easier and more as video games in general. As video games in general become more mainstream, you'd think like they'd be easier to acquire. They'd make more. The system to get one would be simpler. And this has been the hardest one. It's like to get for me personally. And yeah, there's like getting lucky and stuff, but
yeah,
PS5 was nuts. It took me over a month to get it.
Yeah, that's insane.
We should wrap up. If he can play the game, I'm gonna do 47 ad reads for the last 3 episodes and the next 3 episodes, and
you gotta do a post show.
Let's just
yeah.
Bye.
Okay. Yeah, bye.